Hey everybody, I'm Gretchen. Welcome back to my channel. Taking a few days off, so I apologize. I haven't been back, but here I am. I wanted to talk to you about resistance. I know we talk about that a lot, but really it is the one thing that is keeping us from getting all that we want. Resistance is made up of beliefs, thoughts, ideas, patterns, habits. These are things that we have told ourselves time and time again, or we have experienced situations where this is what proves, this is what happens. So we become accustomed to a belief based on our past. But at some point we have to realize, okay, maybe stuff has happened in the past, but does it need to predict my future? So let's say you have an idea about relationships, and let's say you're carrying around memories, hurts, past trauma from relationships that you've had in the past, and you keep thinking about them, you keep talking about it, you keep reliving it, you keep justifying it, you keep saying what a horrible person this one is or that one is. You really are attracting more of the same. So look at your life, look at your patterns. Are you attracting back to you the same thing you're giving out? So the resistance to a good relationship is based upon the ideas, the thoughts, and the things that you keep thinking about. Okay? I do the same, y'all. I'm in the same boat, right? I know you've seen these little guys before. These are those silly little inventions that make taking a lid off of something easy, especially for us women. I have two boys that live here, and they put some gusto into putting lids on things at times. And I think it's great, but it's also hard for me to open. So with one of these things, it gives you a grip where you can open it up, right? So the resistance in this jar of jam is it's not going to open. It's sticky. It's been put on there tight. It's hard. There are some things that make it hard to open. But I know of a solution. I know of one way that I can go in and remove it. I can also stick it under hot water. I can also do the tapping of the knife thing. Have y'all done that? So there's different ways of breaking through that resistance. There's different ways for us to break through our own resistance as well. One of the things that I like to do is, I think if those of you that ever danced, you know what a pivot is. And so if I have a mindset or an idea that comes up or a thought that comes up that doesn't feel right, I always picture in my mind pivot. Pivot in dance is where you abruptly turn, you move, you change directions. And so that's what I like to do when I'm thinking of a thought that doesn't feel right. I'm like, nope, stop, pivot. Okay? Sometimes we have beliefs that are not that easy. It's not that easy to just pick up and turn around and move the other direction. Going through cancer, there was definitely days where it was like, man, this is not easy just to forget how crappy I'm feeling, or to forget maybe some nerves or sense of being scared that I have, but you have to find other ways. The easiest thing that I can say to do is change your direction. So if you're in a state where you're like, you know what, I just can't change my thought, you've got to put yourself in a different place. So for me with cancer, I went on Pinterest. I could look up, y'all, I looked up everything from high heels that I loved, to gardening things, to decorative stuff in the house, to greenhouses, to cars, everything. I was like, what about this? What about this? It was like going to a big cafeteria, and I'm looking at all the stuff going, yes, yes, no, yes, yes, no. And I literally created pages of things that made me feel better. I learned to pivot by focusing on something else. Another thing you can do is listen to music you enjoy, or maybe write. Or I know plenty of people love to cook. Start cooking. Or get creative. Go outside. Go for a walk. Pet your dog. Love on your cat. Doesn't matter. You'll find something that becomes your catalyst for removing your resistance. Okay? That's all we're talking about here, is finding tools in your day-to-day life that will help you remove the resistance. If you guys would like to work with me one-on-one, I'd love to do that. I do coaching for people all over the world. We just simply do it by Zoom or some other force like that. That's super easy. If you are in the Salt Lake area, you'd like to work in person, I do that as well. And I'm also a corporate speaker, a motivational speaker. I speak a lot about the Wall Street Journal gave me 1,000,000 to 1 odds that I would win Miss USA. So there's that talk of overcoming 1,000,000 to 1 odds. Also, I speak about my experience at Miss USA. During Miss USA, I also have another talk that talks about my experience with ESPN. And then, of course, I speak on the mindset of how my medical team and I healed myself of cancer. So anyway, let me know through the messages here if this is something you would be interested in. Until next time, everybody, have a wonderful day. Bye.